No, maybe it was wrongly written there. It was 54. So we read a bit from Shri Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, act of devotion to inspire us into our practice of Krishna consciousness, to inspire us, build a mood in our chase towards Krishna. So this is chapter 1, characteristics of pure devotional service. It does not put there are four kinds of effects due to sinful activities, which are listed as follows. The effect which is not yet fructified, the effect which is lying as seed, the effect which is already mature, and the effect which is almost mature. Devotees explain this various ways. So, suppose someone who does a crime, who does a robbery. So, but for the effect is not yet fructified. Someone has done a crime, but the police is in the chase. He has not yet been caught. Say. So the effect of the action, the result of it, will be a good thing as well. Something which is not yet fructified. One has done some action, the result of which is yet to take place. The effect which is lying in the seed. So one is in the seed is there. Okay, I will do this crime. I will rob the Bank of Scotland. Say, I'm not going to rob the Bank of Scotland, but someone may think like that. I'm going to rob the Bank of Scotland. Say, so it is there lying as a seed. And once it matures, kind of from the seed form, it comes to action form, say, then there is karma. And, one of the blessing in Kali Yuga, in this dark fallen age, is if we think, wrong something, there is no karma for it, for thinking. But if we think of good or if we think of Krishna conscious activity, there is tremendous benefit just by thinking. Just by merely thinking, not even acting, just by thinking itself. So someone committed a crime. Now police is in a chase or investigation going on. So the effect which is not yet rectified, the outcome is not yet come to action. Say the effect which is I see someone thinking of committing a crime or someone thinking of doing some charitable work. Then the effect which is already mature. Okay, someone committed a crime. Say Kartike, he robbed a bank, say, and the effect is already mature as well, and he's been caught by the Scotland Yard, by the police of Scotland, and he served his term. Say. Then the effect which is almost mature. It is almost the effect is the action is almost mature. So it is also stated that all these four effects become immediately vanquished for those who surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu and become engaged in his devotional service in full Krishna consciousness. This is the beauty of practicing Krishna consciousness. There always has to be an alternate option or a plan B or something outside of the norm. Within the norm is we commit an action and there is a reaction waiting for us. We may not get caught. Again, same example, Karthikeya robbed the bank. Somehow he manages to escape the police of Scotland. Say, so, or say, suppose I did a very good job. I did a very charitable job and somehow I don't get good credit for it. But this is like our societal thing. But Brahma, he is properly watching and we will get whatever our fair due is there. Now, practicing Krishna consciousness, one who has taken shelter of Krishna, then doesn't matter whatever is the action awaiting because of wrongdoing or action awaiting because of good doing. they both Krishna takes them in a different mood altogether. He transforms them in a different mood altogether. Uh, this we see in Padma Puran, in Prabhupada's writings in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Apapam कूटम बीजम फलोन्मुखम क्रमेणेव प्रलीयते Vishnur Bhakti Ratatmanam. When one does Vishnu Bhakti with attachment, Bhakti is done with attachment only, and when that is performed with attachment, then this whatever is there in the seed form, whatever is there in the fructified, almost fructified, matured or fully matured, they all are settled when one is surrendered to Vishnu with pure loving sentiment. Those effects described as almost mature refer to the distress from which one is suffering at present, and the effects lying as seed are in the core of the heart, where there is a certain stock of sinful desires which are like seeds. The Sanskrit word kutam means that they are almost ready to produce the seed or the effect of the seed. An immature effect refers to the case where the seedling has not begun. From this statement of Padma Puran, it is understood that material contamination is very subtle, tremendously subtle. The most subtlest is desire. So subtle, it is such a subtle, deep-rooted conditioning. Its beginning, its fruition and results, and how one suffers such results in the form of distress are part of a great chain. Hmm. We study so many chain of food supply chain, economic chain, all. We actually study this chain. When one catches some disease, it is often very difficult to ascertain the cause of the disease, where it originated and how it is maturing. The suffering of a disease, however, does not appear all of a sudden. It actually takes time. And as in the medical field, for precautions' sake, the doctor injects the vaccination to prevent the growing of contamination. The practical injection to stop all the fructification of the seeds of our sinful activities is simply engagement in Krishna consciousness. Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada ki, Shri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu ki. So we continue Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 5. I think this text 55, 56. Really? So 55 was done. Who did it? Okay. So we do 56, 57, which is a purport, and it is the last uh, text in this chapter. Huh? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nayapraeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtiki. So we do text 56, 57. Te tu tad gauravat sarve tyakta krida parichada bala bala adushito dhuyo dvandvar dvandvaramerite hite पर्युपासत राजेन्द्र तन्यस्त हृदयक्षणा तानाः करुणो मेत्रो महाभावतो सुर ते तु तद्गौरवत् सर्वे त्यक्तकृतपरिच्छदा बाला अदूषितो धियो द्वन्द्वा रामेरिते हिते पर्युपासत राजेन्द्र तन्यस्त हृदयक्षणया तानाः करुणो मेत्रो महाभागवतो सुर निश्चय क्रीडा परिच्छदा बालादूषित धियो द्वन्द्वा रामारिते हिते तन्यस्तहृदये क्षण तानः करुणो मेत्रो महाभागवतो सुर
ते तु तद्गौरवात् सर्वे
ते तु सद्गौरवात् सर्वे
त्यक्तकृदा परिच्छदः
त्यक्तकृदा परिच्छदा
बाला अदूषिता धियो
बाला अदूषित धियो
द्वन्द्वा रमेरिते हित
द्वन्द्वारामेरिते हिते
पर्युपासता राजेन्द्र
पर्युपासत राजेन्द्र
तन्यस्त हृदयाक्षिणा
तन्यस्त हृदये क्षण
तन्नः करुणा मैत्रो
तानः करुणो मेत्रो
महाभातो सूरः
महाभागवतो सुरः they too indeed Tadgauravat from great respect for the words of Prahlad Maharaj due to his being a devotee.
From great respect for the words of
Sarve, all of them, Tyakta, having given up, Krida Parichada, toys for playing, Bala, the boys, Adushito, Thiya, whose intelligence was not as polluted as that of their fathers. Dvandva in duality. Arama, those taking pleasure. The instructors, namely Sandan Namarka. Irita, by the instructions. Ihite, and actions. Paryupasata, set down around. Raja Indra, O King Yudhishthira. Tat, unto him. Nyasta, having given up. Hridaya Ikshana, their hearts and eyes. Tan, unto them. Aha, spoke. Karuna, very merciful. Maitre, a real friend. Mahabhagavata, a most exalted devotee. Asura, Prahlad Maharaj, although born of an Asura father. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. My dear King Yudhishthir, all the children were very much affectionate and respectful to Prahlad Maharaj, and because of their tender age, they were not so polluted by the instructions and actions of their teacher, who were attached to condemned duality and bodily comfort. Thus the boys surrounded Prahlad Maharaj, giving up their playthings, and sat down to hear him. Their hearts and eyes being fixed upon him, they looked at him with great earnestness. Prahlad Maharaj, although born in a demon family, was an exalted devotee, and he desired their welfare. Thus he began instructing them about the futility of materialistic life. Purport. The words Bala Adushita Dhiya indicate that the children, being of a tender age, were not as polluted by materialistic life as their fathers. Prahlad Maharaj, therefore, taking advantage of the innocence of his class friends, began teaching them about the importance of spiritual life and the insignificance of materialistic life. Although the teachers Sanda and Amarka were instructing all the boys in the materialistic life of religion, economy, development, and sense gratification, the boys were not much polluted. Therefore, with great attention, they wanted to hear from Prahlad Maharaj about Krishna consciousness. In our Krishna consciousness movement, the Guru plays an extremely important part in our activities because right from childhood, the boys at the Gurukula are instructed about Krishna consciousness. Thus, they become steady within the course of their hearts, and there is very little possibility that they will be conquered by the modes of material nature when they are older. Thus, in the Bhaktivedanta purports of the seventh canto, fifth chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थ में पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपाम्बुदीर्य तमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम् वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining us in this study of Srimad Bhagavatam. प्रेम भक्ति प्रसूत प्रेम भक्ति उद्गार उपदेश. Srimad Bhagavatam is a compilation. It teaches us the origin of love. What, from where is the origin of love? And it is love which we all need. You know, we say pure love, but love, if it's seen in its natural original form, is pure only. It is in this conditioned world we say, okay, pure love or impure love, we have to use this to a bit emphasize how strong is the love. But in transcendental sense, love is pure. Now, the different moods of love, that is another thing, but in its original form, love is. So that is Srimad Bhagavatam, helping us understand the origin of love. Where does love come from? What does it mean to be in love with someone? Prem Bhakti Prastu, Prem Bhakti Udgar and Upadesh. So this Udgar, this real expression of love and instructions for us to take. sweet, loving instructions to be in a loving relationship with Krishna. So pray that we study Srimad Bhagavatam in the light that Srila Rupa Goswami advised us to, that pleases Srila Rupa Goswami, that pleases our Acharya Srila Prabhupada, that pleases Srila Gurudev. Pray that I be the first listener of this message of Mahaprabhu. So here in the past time, okay, the chapter has ended. If we try to briefly summarize, mm, Hiranyakashipu, uh, he did tremendous austerities, tremendous penances. He had such great control over his mind and senses. He conquered the universe altogether. He shook the seat of Lord Brahma. And the seat of Lord Brahma was getting heated because of his tapasya austerity. So much so, Lord Brahma came down from his post, from his position, from his chair, and he came down and he went to see Hiranyakashipu. And Hiranyakashipu was so absorbed in austerity and meditation. And so much so that when Lord Brahma arrived, he could not find where is Hiranyakashipu. He could not see. There was a mountain of ant uh, built up on his body, around his body, and Hiranyakashipu was so absorbed. So Lord Brahma, he sprinkled water, chanted mantras and sprinkled water, and then he could see actually Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu came in his form. He gave him his say original form, and then he had a dialogue. And Hiranyakashipu wanted some boons from Lord Brahma, which we are going to see further on. Uh, and thereafter, Hiranyakashipu went off his palace again. And there in his palace, he started creating havoc. He started terrorizing the universe. He started, wherever there was God consciousness, God culture, he wanted to get rid of them. Wherever there was devotees and scriptures, he wanted to get rid of them altogether. And thereabout we see he has a child born, Prahlad, 5-year-old boy, Prahlad. And when he was 5-year-old, Hiranyakashipu had a dialogue with Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad was going to school set up by Hiranyakashipu, the teachings and all the rules and regulations set up by Hiranyakashipu. And Prahlad was going to school. So Hiranyakashipu asked him, what is the best thing you learned in school? So Prahlad, firstly to begin with, he replied, the futility of materialist life. There's no point in continuing this material existence. There is no punar charvananam. There is no real joy in this world. We are doing is just chewing the chewed. So Hiranyakashipu was quite offended. He wasn't at all pleased. He gave him a second chance. Go back to school and take some more training and proper education. So Prahlad went to school and he was trying to be, say, brainwashed by the teachers there in the school, Sandhana Mark, into mundane religion for economic development, sense gratification, and no talk of liberation. But nothing was budging in Prahlad's consciousness. So Prahlad returned, and again the second round of discussion between Prahlad and Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu is asking Prahlad, who now tell me what is the best thing you learned. And Prahlad is saying what? That Shravanam Smaranam Vishnu, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. The ninefold limbs of practicing loving devotional service, beginning with hearing and chanting. Now Hiranyakashipu was tremendously offended, so much so he decided to kill Prahlad. And he arranged so many plots of killing Prahlad, but nothing could hurt Prahlad. He was not at all hurt. And then finally comes a position in the past time wherein the teachers say to Hiranyakashipu, okay, you don't need to fear. Hiranyakashipu was very fearful. He was clueless. He was very fearful. He was afraid. He was insecure. What is happening? Surely this boy is very pure and he is still blessed. That nothing is happening to him. And what do I do of this boy? So the teachers tell Hiranyakashipu that don't worry, we'll take him back to school, we'll give him further more education. When Sukracharya, our father, our grand teacher, when he comes, he will sort him out nicely. And let him continue with this education. Time is a big healer. Time will heal. Time will solve the situation. Just give him some time. As he grows up now, once he gets a smartphone in his hand, he will be all sorted. You don't have to worry at all. And once he gets into TikTok, easily sorted. Smartphone, TikTok, and once he, just like a matter of time, say, once he's like 8 or 10 year old, we find girlfriend from him for him, and then we don't have to worry about him. So they left it there, and Prahlad, he was back in the school, and whenever in the school he found an opportunity, there was any spare time and all, any opportunity, he would impart, he would delegate, he would share, he would give this Krishna consciousness to the child, all the children in the school, not to the teachers, because they were not there ripe together. And to the boys, he had that friendship, he had that friendship wherein he could engage with them.